I'm Joanny Ruiz, and I am the Program Director at the Sheltering Arms Early Childhood Center. Our main focus is the education of the children and their development, but we do so much more than that. This whole type of work is about empowerment and advocacy, helping them think about ways to get out of poverty, to empower themselves. In the last year, during this pandemic, everything sort of flipped upside down. We wanted to remain a beacon of hope for families and a place where they could come for support. We wanted them to know that they mattered. We ended up doing jobs that we really normally didn't do. We would have food drives. We were able to give out gift cards, but it's all related to the same work that we do. There were moments with the families that just needed more than love and care and sort of the support that we can give.
Hi, I'm Georgina Perez, and I work for Sheltering Arms. As an immigrant, being in a country without family and raising 3 boys by myself, attending a school, I know what it is to need help. I know what it is to search for hope.
I am Irene Mazer. I am a mental health consultant at Sheltering Arms. This year, the pandemic was challenging and transformative.
Jorge, el papá de Kevin. Well, Maria is a parent at Sheltering Arms. At the beginning, when we met her, she was home. She had 3 boys, and that was like the full-time job. When Maria called me and told me that Jorge was admitted in the hospital because he was not breathing, we tried to find information on his health. I contacted a friend of mine whose daughter worked in the administration of Lincoln Hospital. She connected us with the nurse in charge of the night floor where Mr. Jorge was admitted, and she was the person to give us the update until Mr. Jorge passed April 8, 2020. Maria called me. And then between Dr. Mazer, me, and we tried to support her emotionally the best we could. As
a psychologist, never thought that I would have to call funeral homes. That's what Georgina and I had to do for Maria. Once the body was taken away, we were informed that we had to find a funeral home because they could only keep it so many days. It was just as concrete and as awful as that. She was finally able to, receive the body and took it to Staten Island when they cremated him. Maria's grief was tremendous. Being there for her in this way, it allowed me to hold her in the way that she really needed. And for that, I should say I'm very grateful. She tried so hard to keep those 3 boys together, even now that she was working 7 days a week, no break. She's the support of those 3 boys. The most important help that we have provided her is that emotional support. She can see hope. I see that she is able to see her strength, and she's able to pass that to the children. After Mr. Jorge died and she get herself together, she said, I want my child in that program because she want him here. For children like Kevin, this is heaven. After we open the center again, you can see in his eyes when he get happy because he had the opportunity to play, he share with other children, he had room to run. You can really change children's life. As parents lost their jobs, as parents suffered death in their families, children saw their parents cry, their parents not being able to work, not being able to provide. That is a very scary thing for a little kid. Families really struggle, and the pandemic brought out more of that reality. At some point, we had 90% of our families who did not have any income. Who were not eligible for subsidies, we were all they had. When I call this mommy and I hear these babies crying,
And I asked her, what was the problem? Is the baby sick? And she said, I don't have enough milk, and he's hungry. So I ended calling my son. And I say, go and buy this milk and deliver it to the lady. Put it at the door. That day, my heart broke in pieces.
So I had some staff that would admit to me later that they themselves would just drop off food. And so I was like, no, we have to do more. And so the agency, Sheltering Arms, was really so helpful in so many ways because they were getting donations and getting people that were wanting to help. And so through some of that assistance that was given, we were able to then help the families. It's really inspirational for me. I feel really, really blessed to be a part of this organization.
And like I said before, sometimes you give something, you don't realize the impact when you give a plate of food for these families. It's people struggling. And I know exactly the feeling because I've been there.